This morning sequence is a little slower. It's a class that is focusing loads on the outer hip, lower back, as we'll do lots of like a cross thigh positions as well as twists. A very slow flow, so a little bit longer holding stretches, nice gentle movements, focusing on hips and hamstrings. Have your two blocks close to you and maybe a little pillow as well to sit on when it comes to these cross-legged positions, especially if you know the cross-legged positions is something that you like to have a pillow or blanket or fold-up towel underneath your bum. Let's do this, guys. Get morning all and start making you into a seated position. And let's all start with the left leg at the front of your hands. So come into a comfortable place and straight away, be my guest now to sit on your pillow or blanket. That will help you to elevate the pelvis, to tilt the pelvis forwards, and come into a comfortable seat. So left leg at the front of your hands, maybe draw your bum back, find a nice comfortable place. Close down the eyes, let your thighs to be nice and heavy, and turn the palms to face up the sky. So just take 3 breaths as we close down the eyes. Find a bit of stillness, softness across the body, across the face. Take a final breath as we are. Find a little bit more of a length through the crown of your head. And soften as you exhale. Just continue to work with the eyes closed as on the next inhale, reach those arms into the sky. And on the next exhale, the left hand to reach forward, right hand to reach back. Pause here, we're going to active twist just to wake up the spine. Spread those fingers nice and wide and turn your chest to the right just a little more. Let your arms to fall. So when your left palm on the top of your right thigh, right knee, and your right hand somewhere behind you, whatever you can comfortably reach, place the fingers down, gently press them to the floor, keep the length through the spine just a little bit more, and let's all stay in a seated twist. If you are working with the eyes closed, let the eyelids to be heavy as you turn the chest out to the sides. And start slowly bringing the chin towards the back of your room, towards the right shoulder. Breathing in, find a nice full spine. Breathing out as you twist just a little bit more. Lovely work. From here, start walking those hands all the way off to the right side of your mat and slightly forward. So the chest to come on the top of your right thigh, right knee. Tuck your chin to your chest, find a bit of a rounding spine as you relax the muscles surrounding the spine. Tucking the chin to your chest and stretching through the left side of your back. Now notice the left thigh, the left knee may be slightly lifted off the floor, that's fine. I just want you to bring the left palm on the top of your left thigh as you gently guide it to the floor. Nothing too strong, just gently use the weight of your wrong, the left palm, to intensify the sensation. And maybe your right forearm onto the floor as well. Good morning, Sunisa. Join us, my lovely. Let your left leg at the front of your right and press the left palm on the top of your left thigh as you're reaching towards the right top corner of your mat. Take another 3 deep breaths as you are, as we notice in the stretch around the left side of the hip, left glutes, left side of your lower back. Gorgeous work. So making your way back up through the center, and I just want you to come onto your forearms. So kick your knees, walk your hands, but come onto your forearms, lift the chest. Bring your knees all the way to your chest as you start creating a big circle motion. So squeeze in, squeeze down to the sides. Keep tucking the tailbone under, and lift it through the chest. Keep those going. A couple of big circles here, just noticing the hip joints. Lift it through the chest. Change direction, increase in the inner thighs. And the breath as you start slowly arriving into the class with your breath, with your body, your mind. You know this. Couple of big circles here. Maybe take your knees all the way out to the side, all the way towards your armpits. Let's big one. And let's all meet with the right leg at the front of your left. Press the palms to the floor. Come up into the sit. You again can shuffle the bum back, readjust when needed, bring your knees and look closer towards one another as we all have the right leg at the front of your left. On inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Let the left hand move as much as you can. And on the exhale, the right hand to reach forward, the left hand to reach back. Active twist. Pause here for an extra breath as you're using the strength of your core, as well as the spine muscles to help you to rotate the chest out to the sides. And in the right palm to find your left thigh and your left hand to space behind you. Continue to turn the chest and gently use your right palm to help you to press onto the left thigh to intensify the twist. Or perhaps walk the fingers of your left hand towards the back of your mat, towards that right hand. The neck is just following the movement of the spine, so try not to force your neck into the limits. And gently turn the chin towards the left shoulder. Take another breath as we are always thinking about your breath, the way you breathe, and the little micro adjustments with each breath. Inhale as we exhale, inhale, and exhaling, we twist, go a little deeper into the shape. Perfect. Out of the twist as we walk the heads off to the top left corner of your mat, slide laterally, and then turn the chest towards the left thigh, forward to come a little closer to the floor, tuck your chin to your chest. Maybe this is already enough. If you are working with the tight hips, do hold it here. If you're feeling that little sensation through the right side of your body, all the way to the right outer hip, this is where we stay. If you notice in the right thigh being slightly lifted, or you're searching for a little bit more of a sensation, just gently press the right palm onto the right thigh, or just simply let the weight of your palm to intensify the sensation. Go easy. Just breathe. So this sequence is a little slower, with a little bit more of an overhead stretches. You have this sequence in this class ready for the Christmas time as well. So anytime you fancy a bit of a hip stretch, come back to this class. Even if you're feeling a little tender, maybe the hangover, it might be quite nice to release it and give your body that loving over the Christmas. Okay guys, so we're making your way back through the center. Keep your ankles crossed, just roll through the knees and make your way all the way up into the tabletop. With the tabletop, knees underneath your hips, shoulders over your wrists, creating a movement through the hips, circle movement. So let your hips to fall out to the side, all the way to your child's pose, all the way to the other side and forward. Keep those going. So the spine stays in a neutral position, and you're creating those circles with the hips. Spread the fingers nice and wide, and at the same time as we're working at those hips and the lower back. We're giving lots of love into the wrists as well. So strongly press all of your 10 fingers to the floor. Lean forward as you find a nice little release through the forearms. Waking up those wrists as well. Change direction, make the movements bigger. All the way to the side with the hips. All the way forward with the hips. All the way to the other side. And all the way back. Perhaps almost into a child's pose. Maybe you can drop it all the way back. As you pass back, maybe the bum can slide on the top of your heels. Two more big circles here. Perhaps continue with the eyes closed. One last big breath. One last big circle. Lovely work, everyone. Let's all meet back in tabletop. Keep those hips up and back into a first downward facing of today's class. Down through those feet as you're pressing those heels to the floor one at a time. Waking up the back of your legs, the hamstrings. Getting a bit of a lock in, maybe the calves are feeling a little tight. Driving the heels all the way down to the floor. Moving those hips from side to side as well. Just a bit of a movement. And I want you to find some kind of stillness in your dance. Keep your knees generously bent with the first angle. As you draw your belly to your thighs and chest to the earth, spine to stay long, press the palms to the floor like you want to push the mat away from you. And we're driving the sitting bones up to the sky, pressing those heels to the earth. Breathing in as you send the hips just a little out. Perhaps press the heels closer to the floor, maybe the legs go a little straighter as you exhale. Go nice and easy. From here, start walking your hands to your feet, one palm at a time. Use a little bit of strength of your arms to help you to take it all the way back to the back of your mat. Make your knees quite a little so your belly is now connected to your thighs. Keep your chin tucked into your chest as the crown of the head is now reaching to the earth. On inhale, halfway lift, slide your fingers up your shins. Now we need to lengthen those legs. Lengthen the spine as you gently squeeze the back of your shoulders together. And on the exhale, completely let go. Rebend those knees as you put yourself a little closer to those thighs. Keep your knees back, hands on your hips. We're going to hinge up from the hips. Lead with a heart as you look forward, spine to stay long. Hinge up from the hips, safely coming up into the standing position. Gorgeous. Shift your weight to the left until the right knee can come up. I want you to lift your fingers just below the right knee. Pull the knee all the way up towards your chest and chest towards your thighs. So rather than leaning back this time, I want you to actually bring the belly a little closer to your thigh to wake up the hip flexor. Support the leg is nice and strong, squeeze it into the glute. Flex your right foot, let go of the right leg, and cross the right ankle over the left thigh into a standing figure four. Actively press the ankle into your thigh and find your ankle so it won't slide away from that thigh. Bring your palms together into your heart center, find the balance. Look at you, find the balance. And then start slowly back to your left leg, you're supporting your leg. Press the palms against one another, start hinging forward from the hips. You're supporting and strongly working. Bend that left knee. Now start slowly reaching towards the floor. Keep your left knee bent, bend it even more if you need to find the floor with those hands. And keep the figure four shape going on in your legs as you rebend the leg a little bit more to find a stronger sensation. We will be doing lots of figure four shapes today throughout the class. If you need to bend your elbows, bend your knees, find a bit of a bend and extension of your supporting leg. Just having a bit of play. We are noticing a nice release to the right outer hip and the right glutes. If you can't find the floor, you have your blocks close to you, do use your blocks. You know it. Keep what's going on in your legs there. Keeping the figure four shape. Start walking your hands forward. Maybe turn back into the down dog, but keep the figure four shape in your legs. Now your left knee bends. Your left knee comes down to the floor. Point the toes of your right leg, so your right knee and your right shin to find the floor. Press the top of your left leg down. So we are now in a tabletop with the figure four shape. Drive your hips back. And maybe this might already be enough for the hips. This might already be enough for the right side of the body. Pause here. Otherwise, come with me as I'm going to take you into this little child's pose variation. Lifting the right foot, right shin, right knee off the floor as you drive it all the way back. This is a little intense. I already did and 1 hour of a hip opening, so my hips are pretty open. So no need to go back, but try to just shift your bum back until you feel that sensation. Keep your spine nice and strong. Perhaps walk your hands further forward. Lift the knee, the shin, and the right foot off the floor for a little bit more intense sensation, or you simply waiting for us in that figure four shape. Enjoy the lovely external rotation of the right hip joints and the right glute stretch. Let's all be back in the tabletop. So right knee, right shin, right foot presses to the floor. Now the left hand to the back. Your left leg lifts up. Bring your left knee all the way towards your left shoulder and step your left foot onto the outside of the left hand and wiggle it forward to the front of your mat. The left hand stays onto the inside of the left foot. If you're a little bit more open, hips wiggle it further forward, let your hips sink low. So left knee and your left shoulder are connected. The right arm to reach up, it's a little bit awkward to rest, but I need to send the hips forward to the right to intensify the sensation and the stretch through the inner thighs. So the more you squeeze the glutes and the more you guide hips to go forward, the more the stretch we should feel. Again, if this is too intense, your left palm can come on the floor. You won't be here for too long, but it's your modification, your variation. If you feel a little tender around Christmas time, open up the chest, finding more stretch through the side of your body, and we sink the hips and go deeper. So think about your pelvis reaching towards that left. Press the left foot to the floor, bit of strength needed here to come up into a little bit of a gate pose. Still turning the chest to the sides and your legs are a little in position with the toes of your left leg pointed towards the left top corner. Breathe in. Think about this as a warrior two shape, modification of the warrior two. As you look through the middle finger of your left hand and sink the exhale a little deeper. So your back's not really active. Glutes still working, it's up in the tailbone. On the exhale, straighten the left leg. Just press the left foot down to the floor. And on the exhale, the left hand slides down the left shin, left thigh, as your right arm reaches up and over. Maybe look up from underneath the right armpit. Strongly pressing the right shin down to the floor for a moment. Back through the center on inhale, a warrior two modification variation. As you sink those hips a little deeper, look forward through the fingers of your left hand. We're going to repeat those 3 more times. Inhale, left leg to go straight. On the exhale, left hand slides, maybe just below the knee, as your right arm to reach up and over, and really lengthen through the right side of your body. Little wiggle wobble is beautiful. Come here, 2 more, breathing in. On the exhale, sink a little deeper through your warrior two variation. Inhale, press back, and this time your left hand either onto the left thigh, left shin if that's okay for you, or your left hand slides towards the front of your right hip. As now we're not using the left arm for a support, but a little bit more strength through your ribs. One more time like the last one. Let's go a little deeper. Sink your hips nice and low. Come back through the center on inhale. And as you exhale, left hand to the right, front of the hip. Right arm up and over. Nice, big side body stretch. Through the center, your left hand to find the floor to the inside of your left foot. Press your left shoulder to your left inner knee, hips forward, and your right arm to reach up and over your head. Just one big breath, and you guide those hips to go forward, feeling those inner grinds, inner thigh muscles. And release. Right palm to floor, turn on the right knee, and just slide your left knee to come back. Now it's going to take a breather. And another movement with the hips from side to side, a little circle movement before we hit the T and a little side. Cool. Curl those hands up. Lift those hips up and back into a downward facing dog, and this time holding a complete stillness. Have a look at your feet. Pressing those heels to the earth, hips up, palms to the floor. Separate the back of your shoulders, keeping the back of your shoulders nice and broad. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bend your knees. As we start walking those hands to your feet, one palm at a time, all the way to your feet. Inhale halfway, lift this time, maybe fingers to the floor, or your shins. Lengthen that spine, lengthen the back of your legs, drive your hips down. And when you exhale, take the back of your legs as you pull yourself just a little closer to your thighs, crown of the head to drop to the earth. Keep your knees bent, hands on your hips, hinge up from the hips, using the strength of your legs, those hamstrings to help you to safely rise up, not the lower back, up into the stance. Shift your weight into your right foot as your left knee to come up. Pull the left knee all the way to your chest to the knee, your right leg stays nice and active. Try not to lean back. If anything, we want to move forward a little bit more with this one. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, flex your left foot as we cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Strong press. Open up your hip to the side, squeezing into the glutes. Once you find your balance, bring your palms into your heart center. Press them against one another. Start bending the right knee. Go slow. Go slow. Go slow. Bend your right knee generously. Keep going all the way down, all the way down. And that's reaching to the floor with your fingers. Soft control ending. Bend the right knee again, and maybe this is where you wish to stay, or play around with the shape. Bend the knee a little bit more, maybe you can straighten it. Choice is yours. Standing figure 4, either holding stillness, or you might want to play around with it. The movement of the hips from side to side, exploring a little circle movement, or then extend through the right leg. Just one last breath. We won't be able to do that. Just getting it nice and deep into the left hip. Perfect. From here, start walking those hands forwards. Keep the legs as they are in the figure 4 shape. And then strongly curve, press the left ankle on top of your right thigh. Hold it down to be in figure 4. And now all we're doing, bend your right leg, bend your right knee as the left foot, left shin, left knee to come down. Press the top of your right foot to the floor. So tabletop in the figure 4. This already could be enough. Maybe the rock forward and back. Notice how this feels. If you're searching for more, And with me into the little down child's pose variation. But do lift the knee and the shin off the floor for a bit more of a stronger sensation. Maybe you can drop all the way to a child's pose with the right shin. Maybe you connect it to the right shin, right knee, the right chest. Or just drop it as far back as you can. Breathing in. Anytime this becomes too strong, come back to the table so we don't do a full shape. And just lift a little bit. We are just where needed. Come back again and again. A little bit of movement will come in. We might just to move, to explore. Once you find a sweet little pose, pause there. One last breath. And let's all meet in the table toe with a beautiful shape. Now your left, the right leg, the leg that's in the back, comes all the way forward towards the top right corner of your mat. Your left shin stays as it is pressing to the floor. Depending where you are with your flexibility and hip opening, maybe walking those hands forward. But do have your right knee connected to the right shoulder. Now your left arm to come up, sink the hips a little deeper. Now maybe your block is needed here. Big shape for a morning. Sink the hips a little deeper first. The left arm is reaching to this. So guide those hips to go forward as you press the right shoulder into the right knee, and the right knee to the right shoulder. Keep a bit of a strength there. On inhale, start slowly pressing the right foot to the floor and lift. So we are slightly diagonally. The right toes are pointing out. Arms to the side, look through the fingers of your right hand as you sink those hips a little deeper. Think about this as a warrior two shape. Send those hips forward. Put us down and down. And then straighten through the right leg. Go easy with the first one. The right palm to find the right thigh, maybe find the shin. As your left arm to reach up and over. And really go up from underneath your left ankle. Just notice the stretch through the left side of you. Gorgeous. Coming back through the center, 3 more. Shoulders down and back on inhale. And on the exhale, let's go a little deeper. Sink those hips low. Keep open up the right knee out to the side. Inhale, lift. This time, maybe your right hand can go just below the knee. Maybe walk your fingers a little lower down the right shin. As you open up your chest, look up. Back through the center. Shoulders down and back. On the exhale, sink those hips low. Pelvis to the right. 2 more times like that. You can either continue with those, right palm to the right thigh or your right shin. A little bit more activate as your right arm slides towards the left outer hip. And to the side. Let's go low. Just one more last time. Breathing in through the center. Let your hips to sink low. Drive the right knee out to the side. Press the outer edge of your right foot to the floor. Inhale through the center. And as you exhale, right hand to the left front of the hip. Left arm towards the right top corner of you. Breathing in. And let's all return with the right palm onto the inside of your right foot. See if you can go a little deeper through those hands. This time your left bicep is back close to your left knee. Start returning back into the center. Both of your palms to the floor. Turn on the left knee. Right foot to slide back. Well done, guys. A little bit of movement with the hips from side to side. And let's move on. Have your 2 blocks ready. If you haven't got them ready, remind me them for upcoming behind pose. Pelvis and the downward facing dog. Again, holding the stillness. This time just for 1 minute. Sending the hips high, the heels closer to the floor. Look at your feet. Breathe in. Breathe in. Now walking your feet all the way forward. 2, 3 steps. All the way forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingers to the floor, or your shins, or the blocks. And as you exhale, take the back of your legs, bend into the knees generously so your chest can find your thighs. Hands on your hips, look forward, lean with the heart. Press the feet into the floor, hinging up from the hips. And then roll the shoulders down and away from your ears as we find a nice standing position. On inhale, shift your weight onto your left foot. The right knee to come. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. We come into the standing figure 4 shape just for 1 breath. Bring your palms together, see your bum as far back as you can. Bring your chest all the way to the right shin. And now your right palm to take hold onto the outer edge of your right foot. Come up into a stand, into a standing heart, baby. Find the balance. And maybe this is what we have, or start kicking the right heel away from you and maybe slightly out to the side. Pull the shoulders down and they're choosing your variation of a standing balance. Send the hips forward, glutes working, right knee in the bend, so you're trying to fully extend it. Pull the right shoulder back, lift through the heart center, hold. And in a control way, bend the knee, try not to lose the balance as we step in the left foot. So right foot is far back as you can into the pyramid. Start hinging forward from the hips now, reminding the blocks. Alright, we'd like you to start with the blocks and see where it takes us. Square the hips. So your feet are like on a train tracks, pressing the right heel down, and maybe this is where you stay. Before we hold in the stillness, I want you to play around with the position of your hips. Left hip to go back, right hip to go forward, as you soften into the elbows. Breathe in. Maybe release the blocks, the hamstring should feel a little warmed up. If you still feel a little tight around the hamstring, do use the blocks. Find a breath, keeping those hips square. So again, left hip back, right hip forward, like you want to squeeze the inner thighs in towards one another. And lean forward, bring the right knee, which is your back knee, to the floor. And now your left thigh to come all the way over to cross behind your right. Left thigh behind your right. Keep those thighs crossed. I want you to bring your left hand, lots of left hand, your left hand towards the right hand corner of your mat. And bend your right elbow as you drive your hips back. So a little bit more into the side of your back. So again, your left hand is reaching towards the right top corner of your mat. We're crossing the left thigh behind your right. And we switch up a bit sideline stretch here as you really expand into the left rib cage, driving those hips back. Keep your legs as they are, feet are turned out and poking out of your legs. As we all return back into the center and start sending it back all the way down to the floor, maybe to come back home to sit on your pillow or on your blanket. Your right hand to come behind your left hand to reach up and we twist. Little variation of a cow's facing legs with a twist or knee pile, and another that lovely little rotation through the spine. Hold it for 3 breaths. If one of your hips is lifted off the floor, I would like you to sit on pillow blanket cushion. If you're happy where you are, maybe just close down the eyes as we soften into the glutes, soften into the thighs, finding a bigger rotation. And your chin towards the back shoulder. Maybe have a bit of a play and movement into the position of your head. Ear to your shoulder, chin to your chest. Completely let go. Keeping the shoulders down and away from the ears. Last big breath. Working on this at home and you wish to stay for a little longer, pause the video, stay for as long as you wish. Even if it's a couple of minutes. Great way to rinse the spine out. Cool guys, let's go back through the center. A little rock forward, press the palms to the floor and cross your thighs. Straight away, curling those and lift those hips up and back into a downward just for 1 breath. Press the palms to the floor, lengthen the spine as much as you can, breathing in through the nose. Then drive your heels all the way down to the floor, hips just a little higher as you breathe out. 2 to 3 steps all the way towards the front of your mat. Nice and quick walk, 1, 2, 3, and the front of your mat. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift, fingers to the shins, to the floor, or the blocks. And on the exhale, bend the knees generously as you put yourself all the way towards your hands. Knees to stay back, palms to the hips, hinge forward from the hips, all the way up into the stand. Shift your weight to your right for the left knee to come. Without using the hands, cross your left ankle over the right thigh, strongly press it down. Hands together at your heart center, inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Good. And on the exhale, just sink your hips back. We're only here for 1 breath to prepare for the next shape. Sink your hips nice and low, pull strengthen the right hamstring. Inhale, hold. And on the exhale, your left hand to take the outer edge of your left foot, lift up into the stance, either half standing heavy baby, or see if you can start extending through that leg. Pull the left shoulder down and back, your chest stays lifted, right head going tall, choose your variation of rest for you today. Take the legs slightly out to the side if you're searching for more sensation. Slipping right down, shoulders down and breathing in and breathing out. Now soften into your knee and controlling, step your left foot all the way back into the ground and start reaching to the block for the transition. So readjust when needed. Start using the blocks. Hips from side to side. Right hip to go back. Left hip to go forward. Maybe readjust your blocks. Go higher or lower or lose them completely. Check your hips again. And when you're right hip to go back. Left hip forwards. Softening to the elbows. Hold for 3 breaths. Left heel. The back heel is pressing to the floor. Right victim, which is the front foot, pressing to the floor for a balance. Find a breath, breathing in, breathing. Oh, yes, we know what's coming. Bend your right knee, left knee to hands. Slide your right knee just behind your left. Crossing the thighs or straight away, take your feet out to the side. Now your right foot, towards the left side of the mat. Bend your left elbow, find the side body stretch. Let your hips to go a little bit more to the left. So I want you to expand through the right side of your body. So think about the long lines through the right side of your body. Right hips to go back. Maybe something quiet and now reach diagonally. Breathe. Breathe. Cool, guys. Start slowly making your way back through the center, dropping the bum back down, readjust your legs and maybe that pillow or your block underneath your body. Left hand behind us. Right hand to reach up to lengthen. Right hand to cross over your left. Yes. Open up your chest. Find the leg through the spine. Maybe gently gazing over the left shoulder, or if you like, play around with the position of your hand to your chest, hips to your shoulders. You have plenty of time to explore. Your glutes, your thighs. Find a breath. Or pause for a longer hold if you're watching this at home recording. Go guys. And release. Well done. Out of the twist, walk your hips forwards. Press so we can come all the way to the tabletop if you cross in your hands. Sit down into your heels. You're not down just yet. Not done just yet. So I want you to come from a kneeling position, walk your hands behind you as you place your right foot to the floor, so heel is somewhere in line with the left knee. Pass the floor, walk your hands back, lift your chest, tuck the tailbone under, and press the shin of your left leg and the left knee to the floor for a stronger quad stretch. And this could be it. Maybe lift a little higher, maybe lift even higher, but try not to arch into your spine or do something weird with it. Tuck the tailbone under so the pelvis is leading away to make sure you're getting deep into the quads. And this should feel pretty good after yesterday's backbend class where we break the quads quite strongly. So enjoy that stretch. And now here comes your transition. Your right knee stays bent. Right foot stays pressed into the floor. Press the palms down as you lift the left leg up and cross it over the right. With it, and start slowly dropping the bum down. Nice little transition, got it. Press the palms to the floor, and this might feel pretty short for your arms. They're working quite hard to actually press you up. So we are just when needed. Maybe walk your hands a little closer. We have done quite a lot of figure four shapes throughout the class. So if you walk your hands in, open up your chest. The arms are working hard. Let them work. Let them help you to get deep into the hips. Nice, guys. Lift and then chest. Find a breath here. And then from here, double pigeon. So shuffle the right foot towards the left side of your mat. And keep your legs exactly as they are. Nothing is changing there. The right ankle is, left ankle crossed over the right thigh as you let your thighs to be heavy. Now, I want you to, maybe this is already, oh my God, too strong. Just hold it if it's too strong. Lift a little more or play around with the shape. Otherwise, come with me as I'm going to walk my hands to the direction of the right side of your mat. So where your right knee is, we walk there. Same as we did at the beginning of the class. If you're still not feeling much and you like to intensify, the left palm is gently guiding the left thigh to go lower. As it's probably lifted, which it would be, gently guide it down. As we slide in the right hand towards the right, side of your mat and out of your mat. So very similar shape to what we did at the beginning of the class, but completely different sensation. If this is too strong, you more than welcome just to cross the right in front of the left and do the same shape as we did at the beginning of the class. If the double pigeon is too strong. Here are your modifications, your options. What we're focusing on is the left out, and now you're probably feeling this in both the hips, which is good, which is great. Close down the eyes, chin to your chest. Folding over the right thigh as your left arm is helping you to open up the right hand just a little bit more. 3 cycles of breaths. Relaxing the facial muscles and relaxing the jaw. Breathe into the sensation. And start making your way out of it. Good. Crush your ankles. I know it's strong, so good. You're smashing it. And crush your thighs. Before we do the other side, again, just those movements through the hips. Little reset. Not sure if you were breathing throughout the little hold, so catch up on your breath as well. And let's go on to the other side. So, your knees to come a little closer towards one another. Sit down onto your heels. Walk your hands back. Now your arms, I didn't mention the wrist position. This is entirely up to you. You can have the wrist pointing inwards or in towards your bum, sideways or in. Whichever variation works for your shoulders, for your elbows, for your wrist, you choose. Your left foot slides forward and press the left foot to the floor so heel is somewhere in line with the right knee. Tuck your tailbone under, press the right knee, right shin to the floor and this bit. Maybe lift a little higher. Breathe. Let's make it nice and long. Right, gently squeezing into the right knee, pressing the right knee to the floor. Now a little transition into a reverse tabletop with the figure 4 legs. Press the left foot down, lift the hips, bring the right foot on the top of your left thigh, flex the right foot, return the bum and come back onto the floor. Press the palms on the floor, so don't break through the arms, through the shoulders, readjust when needed, walk your hands forwards. If your hips heading up, straighten that leg a little less, so intense sensation. Then maybe go from side to side. I like to rock, I like to move, especially with the morning practice. If you're doing this in the evening, maybe hold everything as much rather than any rocking, any movement. It's yours. Cool guys, and here comes the big one. So keep your right ankle crossed over the left thigh. Walking the left foot towards the right side of your mat. And maybe this is where you already are, already feeling the sensation. Close down guys. Hold here. Otherwise, I'll talk you through all of the different variations and options. If you're down there on the first side, you'll probably find on the other side as well. So walk your hands forward. Turn your chest to the left, towards the right, where your right ankle is. And walk your hands forward. So the chest is on the top of your left thigh. Go slow, go easy. You've got plenty of time here. Now, as you probably might have noticed, your left knee is probably lifted quite high up, which is fine. It will be. So use your right arm to gently press it down. Gently does it. Gently is the bird. Your forearm can come down, both of the forearms. Whatever works for you, find your shape. And once you find a sweet little spot where you know you can hold, and you know you're safe and you can relax your muscles, let go. Take 3 cycles of breath. in. Breathing out. Soften. Let go. Last 3 cycles of breath. You can always come out, or you can always slide your right shin at the front of your left for less intense sensation, and the same shape that we did at the beginning of the class. Find a breath. And start making your way out of the bells. Well, relax. Use your hands to across your thighs. Give them a little shake, and let's have your knees, a little massage. Your calves, a little squeeze. If you can reach to your feet, the toes, and a little massage as well. Good. Take it all out. Let's make your way light and our backs and into so your knees are bent, your elbows go to the inside of your knees. As you take the lower part of your legs, flex your feet and send in the heels on the top of your knees. Press in the back of your shoulders and your lower back to the floor. Close down the eyes as you're rocking from side to side, completely letting go. Last bit of attention that we might be holding somewhere within the body, somewhere in our minds, or in the back. Bringing into the stillness. You could just stay here with the knees bent, let your arms to be heavy, and then we add on the weight of our own arms to intensify action. Either just hold it here or start slowly dropping the toes to the floor. No need to fully straighten the legs. This is the direction we go. Hips heavy, knees soft, thighs soft, as we slowly go into the direction with the toes to the floor, somewhere on the outside of your shoulders. The left side of the shoulder. Or you stay in your happy position. Taking the last 3 cycles of breath. Partially open up your lips. Breathing in. Side out. 2 more nice deep long inhale. Breathe all the way into your belly. Last one here. The longest, the deepest inhale through the nose. Let it all out. Gorgeous. Bend into those knees. Pull your knees all the way to your chest as you rock from side to side, massaging the lower back. In your own time, roll onto the side. Take time to come up. Then start making your way up into the seat. Absolutely no. Coming to the cross-legged seat, placing the palms on the top of your thighs. Maybe keeping the eyes closed as you just notice how the hips are feeling, how the lower leg is feeling after that. Slightly little clap. Bring your palms together into your heart center. Let's all have an amazing day. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you all so much for stretching with me, and I will see you very soon. Bye guys, have a lovely day.